Hi everyone, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Wednesday, the 2nd of January 2019. Thank you for joining me. It's a pleasure to be with you today. I'm using the Cosmic Tarot for today's reading. In these daily tarot readings, I choose 3 cards, and the readings are for everyone who watches them. They don't apply to a particular sign of the zodiac. They're not just for Capricorn or Aries. What I do is I shuffle the cards and I ask the cards, what is the energy of Wednesday, the 2nd of January all about? And the cards then respond. I pull 3 cards and they show me and they show us what the energy is all about and how we can use that to our advantage. And that's why these daily tarot readings are for everyone who feels drawn to watch them. So let's have a look at what today is about. Got the Star, the Hanged Man, and the Hierophant. The Star is about letting go of negativity, being honest and real with yourself. That's why she's naked. There's no facade. There's nothing that she's hiding. She's in her birthday suit. She's as natural as she can be. She's letting go of everything that's hurt her in the past. And she realizes that the past is immutable. She cannot change it. And because she lets go of it and draws a line under it, she's able to really get back in touch with herself, unblemished and perfect as she's always been, regardless of what's happened to her. She lets all of that go and turns the negative into this beautiful flamingo. So all the tragic, all the negative stuff that's happened to her, she turns into magic. She lets her light shine. She becomes a star. And in my experience, it's the people who've been in pain themselves who can be the most amazing and who can shine brightest for other people and who can be an example of compassion and transcendence and overcoming difficulties to be a real star in the sky. We've got the moon here, the moon being the mother, nurturing her, nurturing the water and feeling, and the moon crescent there also being fear. So that's what she's getting rid of, fear from the past, and she's replacing that with a beautiful kind of diamond in her, in this band on her head. And she realizes that it's her pain, letting go of it, that really creates spaces for her to become unique and a star in her own right. Then we have the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is a card that represents a lack of perception. He didn't understand that he really was a divine being. So he went about being a criminal, and he thought that there wasn't enough, and that's why he had to steal and rob and hurt other people, and that's why he's being punished for it. This way around, when the Hanged Man realizes that he is a divine being, and all he needs to do is listen to his higher self, it's going to provide him with stability in life, and he never has to compete or take from others or hustle or steal, because he is beloved by the universe, and as long as he listens to the universe, it is always going to provide him with a life that is beyond his wildest dreams. But he cannot do that while he's mired in negativity, and the star is pouring out that negativity and becoming her best self, maximizing her potential. So she turns around the Hanged Man. She helps other people become enlightened by example. She shows other people that they can overcome their obstacles too. If she's done it, then so can I. So realize that you dropping all of the pain and the rejection and the and the things that make you bitter, when you let go of all of that and you really drop all the walls and you say, this is who I am and this is what's happened to me, and despite that, I am glorious and I am a beautiful star, and I'm not afraid to show you the real me. You give other people a ladder, a way to connect with their own higher self and to realize that they have stability within themselves. I remember I worked at a school for a while, and one of the teachers stood up and they were having some sort of presentation, and he said, the only way to God is through Jesus. And I thought, no. The only way, there are many, many, many ways to God. The ways to God are by seeing other people do things that are mind-blowing to you, and being influenced and realizing that you have something mind-blowing in yourself too. Some of us can't relate to Jesus. So if we can't relate to him, then what? We're screwed and we're not going to heaven? No. There are many, many ways to find a higher power of your understanding. And the real truth is that God is within you. The Creator is always within you anyway. So you can do it through meditation, you can do it through yoga, you can do it through expressing yourself or going on a spiritual journey. But you'll always come to realize that there's no place like home, and that everything you need is within you, and the thing that obscures your beauty are faulty beliefs of lack and poverty and competition, and feeling like you're not as funny as other people, you're not as good as other people, and that's why people don't like you. And you get rid of all of that and you say, I am who I am, like it or not, take it or leave it. I am a divine being just as you, and I don't care if you like me or not. And that's freedom. The hierophant is a man who's honored because he has the sight. He is like the Pope or the Cardinal. The hierophant represents an institution, and the hierophant is an institutionalized version of the hanged man. The hanged man is just some guy who has problems in life, like we all do, and rather than becoming bitter and upset by those things, he lets them go, and he says, this is not the end of my life. I have another chapter in my life which I'm going to write myself. I'm going to take what I've been given. I've been created the way I've been created for a reason, and I'm going to take that and I'm going to make it shine as brightly as I possibly can, regardless of what other people think. And that then is what other people admire, and other people will try and box you in and label you as this powerful religious figure and say, oh my goodness, look at what he overcame, look at what he did. Let's worship him. Let's make him the cardinal, and let's rely on him for his sight. Cardinal 1, 2, 3, 4. Instead of institutionalizing and venerating this man, what these people ought to be doing is going through the process that he went through by looking at the star, taking their own tragedies and their own pain in life. We all have problems. Every one of us has issues, pain, things that are in the past and that are immutable. Things that we cannot change. So by taking those and letting them go, we change the way we see ourselves and we maximize our potential. And that way, each one of these people can have the sight, the vision of who they truly are. He doesn't mind being venerated and clothed in these beautiful things because he understands that he's a divine being. They want to celebrate me and be part of my gang? Fine. I see myself as I really am, and I may be able to teach them a little bit. But what's going to be much more effective is if these people learn for themselves. The past is gone. You cannot change it. So don't carry it around with you. Let it go. Don't define yourself through your job, through your place in society, through what other people have said about you. Pull all of that away. Get naked, so to speak. You're not an accountant. You're not a CEO. You're not a chancellor. You are a human being. You're a divine, spiritual being having a human experience. So strip away any other definitions of that and let that shine and see where you are most glorious, what makes you feel most alive and most connected to something that's beyond your wildest dreams, and that feels loving, and that feels like you're striving towards something and maximizing your true potential. And then these people don't need to worship a guy who's made it and use him as a middleman to get to enlightenment. You know, like satsangs. People go to these wise people and sit in satsang so that they can absorb this enlightened energy. I went to see Amma in London last year, and I've never met a bunch of negative people in my life, and they really needed her positive energy. But what they fail to realize is they don't need some guru to enlighten them. What they can do is look within and their own personal journeys, and by honoring their own personal journeys, turn things around completely and say, yes, I'm broken. Yes, I've done bad things. Yes, I've been rejected. Yes, I gave up. Yes, I screwed people over. But I'm embracing all of that, so I'm going to resolve it. And I'm going to bathe in the sunlight of the spirit, which gives me true security in a financial, emotional, and spiritual sense. And I don't need to glorify anyone anymore. I can have a personal experience of who I really am, what I'm about, by facing my own troubles, by facing my own pain, and embracing it and turning it into something magical that other people are going to be inspired by. So yes, seeing someone like that can be inspirational and can be the first step to getting them on their own journey. But ultimately, it's doing the work and saying, and this is a good time of year. I mean, we've just come into this new year, and you just say, the past is gone now. I am writing a new chapter in my life. I refuse to continue writing the negative chapters that I've been writing so far. I'm going to stop punishing myself. I'm going to start honoring myself as this spiritual being, and that's going to change the way my life looks. And then I will be venerated by other people. I'm setting a good example, and I'm being a role model. These people then can either choose to do the work themselves and become enlightened themselves, or not. They can continue to venerate and worship me. Ultimately, we're all here for our own journeys, our own soul missions. We're not here to venerate others and put ourselves down. We all have that spark of the divine within us. So whether you're sitting down there and looking up, or whether you're up there looking down, it's the same, one and the same thing. All he realizes is that he's perfect, and these people are still searching. And the searching needs to be done in here. You're not going to find it by looking at him, or you can be inspired by him. You can go to India and be inspired, but ultimately, the enlightenment can only come when you accept yourself as you are, you realize who you are, and you let your light shine. So there's hope. There's true hope for you. What's this? 15, 16, and 17. So we've got 17 and 12. That's 29. And he's 5, isn't he? 29 and 5 is 34. 3 and 4 is 7. 7 is mind and creativity. So change your mind. Don't drag the baggage of your existing life with you into this new year. Drop it. I'm not good enough. No one loves me. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not successful enough. I'm not educated enough. Drop it. Be really harsh and say enough already. I'm 25 years old. I've listened to this bullshit for 25 years. I'm not listening to it anymore. I am a perfect expression of the universe and I'm not listening to it anymore. I'm going to turn things around because I really see the worth that I have. If no one else believes in me, I believe in me because I feel that something out there loves me and wants me to reach my maximum potential, and then I will utterly succeed. And other people are going to come to me and say, wow, what's your secret? I want some of what you've got. And they can do the same thing for themselves. And you can inspire them and be an example. But charity begins at home. And the thing to do first is to do this work for yourself. You can't give something away that you haven't got. So revisit the way you see yourself. Think again. If you look in the mirror and you say, oh, I hate my face, then stop doing that. And you look in the mirror and you say, thank you for taking such good care of me. I love you. Make changes and get rid of the bad stuff. I think as far as New Year's resolutions go, this is the best thing you can do. Is to just say enough already. I'm not listening anymore. So have a wonderful day. If you would like a private reading with me, please visit my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to audio reading. In the personal readings, I use tarot, numerology, and astrology. The astrology chart is a blueprint of your soul. It shows me what your life purpose is, what your vocational aptitudes are, what your strengths and weaknesses are, what's destined for you in work, in love, health, relationships, money, career, friendships, hopes and dreams, family, relationships, siblings. I can answer any questions you may have. So if you are interested, then please visit gregoryscott.com. Please remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel and share this video on your socials. And I'll speak to you tomorrow.